The latest research has shown that human beings operate from two minds, the rational mind and emotional mind. Harmony between the two is the central point of emotional intelligence. That's where we are struggling to bring the balances. Emotional mind is the right part of the brain which shows basic emotions like anger, sadness, fear, lust, surprise, disgust, and so on. And that's where we say emotional brain analyzes emotional decisions such as who should marry, make friends, whom should I relate, who are my enemies, who are those whom I do not like, and so on and so forth. The first impulse of a situation arises in the heart, not in the head. In an emotional reaction, there is an extended appraisal of the situations. A rational mind is the left part of the brain that allows humans to plan, learn, remember. It allows you to use logic that you very often like to go through in order to take decisions. The brain is made up of 100 billion nerve cells, about the same as the number of trees in Amazon rainforest. Each cell is connected to 10,000 others, and the total number of connections in the brain is considered to be almost 1,000 trillion, and scientists in recent times are struggling to discover the neurological pathways and energy that connects through the emotions. It has been found by neuroscience that there are two major nervous systems that are largely significant: limbic system and autonomic nervous system. Limbic system is the key area of our brain. But I'm not taking you to that journey of the logical science of limbic system. Emotions are generated all the time when we go through our experiences of human relations or task relations. Being aware of your emotions and using this awareness to guide your thoughts and behavior is a crucial part. We know our weaknesses, strength, and having a strong sense of identity and self-worth. Sensibility, therefore, or the sensing is the first stage, and that's where emotional awareness begins. The ability to recognize and understand one's emotion and their effects. And the second is self-appraisal, as to how do we interpret, how do we infer before we feel, and the ability to be aware of understanding, accepting, and respecting oneself. And before we express our feelings, a strong confidence in one's own self-worth and capability is visible and perceptible. The ability to express emotions and beliefs and thoughts would give a clear meaning as to what people think of you and how you are being taken at the shop floor when you are trying to help execute the output. In order to complete the executions, which may be small or large, your emotional coordinations, your understanding, empathy, and motivations of the group, of the team is very critical. Your own empathy and self-motivations is as critical as your ability to help others' emotional understanding and acceptance in a group or in a teamwork is critical.
When body language, voice modulation, obviously, mechanically you won't make that an impact. If you have a lot of voice modulation, it is going to be impactful. The session should be well prepared. It should be set. Impromptu things can happen. Obviously, they happen in every session. But yes, we need to make sure that our presentation is well designed. Okay.
The choice of the words is key factor, but the choice of the words will impact your thoughts, not only your feelings, and eventually your actions. And actions, feelings, and thoughts will constitute your behavior. And therefore, what you think, where you work, its ambience, its locations, and everything around you is also key factor. You want to emotionally impact. You want to feel emotionally charged and energized. Your own ambience of the house, of the locations, and the place of work, everything matters a lot. And when we are becoming insensitive of the ambience where we work, the locations where we work, we find we are not impacting the emotions to our own benefit and to impact the rest of the people who are working. Let's understand and comprehend emotional sensitivity, emotional competencies, and emotional maturity. The sensitivity comes by being aware and our ability to deal with the emotions that we are aware of it within ourselves and also the emotions of the others. So our competency comes by helping, enabling, and skilling others who are engaged in our work and the social and the personal life. The blend of the competency and sensitivity brings the maturity that we see within the family, within the work spheres, and also that we have to strive to bring our emotional maturity. Thus, if we look at it finally, what we think, what we feel, what we do is all put together is defined as a behavior. But our ability to balance between our feeling and thinking, our sensitivity of ourself and sensitivity to others, and developing a competence is to cope with the feeling of others and also to deal with our own feelings functionally leads to maturity. And that's what emotional intelligence is all about.
N.P. Singh ji has shown you calls experiential learning model. Now this model is about when you do something, you generate an experience which is called activity. For instance, role play. For instance, any simulation.